Riders Republic will be available for free from the 18th of April if you have a PlayStation Plus Extra subscription. So in today's video I'm gonna go over some beginner tips to help you get started with the game if you're new. So I've been playing this game since it came out more than a year ago. Well, actually before it came out, in the beta and the game trial. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you some tips I wish I knew before I started playing. So the first decision you have to make when you start out is choosing a control preset. There are 3 different ones, but these 2 are the ones that people use the most. If you choose Racer, you'll be able to move the camera when you're riding, which can sometimes be useful, and you will have to do rotations with the buttons. If you choose Trickster, you won't be able to move the camera, but you'll do the rotations with the joystick. So which one is better? It really depends on which one you find more comfortable to use. I personally use Racer mode because I really like to be able to move the camera so I can get nice angles when I'm making clips. But when you start out, that's not really a priority. So I would suggest starting with Trickster so you don't have to worry about the camera. Then you'll have to choose between manual, auto or steep landing. Steep and auto are very similar, and they basically make you land correctly without doing anything. And with manual, you have to adjust the rotation manually. When you're starting out, I suggest you start with either auto or steep landing. And where you're more comfortable with the controls, you can change to manual because it's way more fun to use, in my opinion. Lastly, you can try every sport in the Tricks Academy, so you can practice them even if you don't have them unlocked. So that's a very useful option in the game. When you're starting out, you might want to explore the map to discover every region the game has. So before doing that, I'd suggest that you earn at least 30 stars, because that's when you unlock the wingsuit and the rocket suit. So that will make it easier for you to explore. Also, you can actually reset the boost of your rocket suit just by pulling up the sports wheel and closing it again. That will make it easier to get to places faster. I wouldn't recommend that you spend money on the helicopter tickets because they are really expensive and there are other ways you can travel. For example, when you're in a spot you like and you want to try different runs from there, you can set a session marker like this one, so when you want to come back, you just get teleported back. So the max level of every career is level 50. You'll level them up by completing events, and the higher the difficulty, the higher the XP you'll get. When you get to level 40 of a certain career, you'll start unlocking the best kind of gear, the elite gear. So what is the best way of getting elite gear fast? Well, before that, if I were you, I would first unlock every career and complete a bunch of events from each one, so you can experience the game before grinding, and then focus on one I like the most and start leveling that one up. Then there are certain events that take less time to complete, so a good way of getting XP fast is to grind those events. Now I'm gonna show you the fastest event for every career. So the BMX Career is not free. You'll have to spend real money if you want to unlock it. And it includes some BMX events, BMX sponsors, and the possibility of leveling up your BMX career to get a lot of different BMXs. But if you don't wanna buy it, you start with a park BMX and a dirt BMX that you can still use in all the BMX parks and all over the map. These two are pretty bad, but you can still unlock some good ones in the season progression, which is like a free battle pass that you can complete every season, or also in the weekly challenges where sometimes there will be a BMX reward that rarely happens, but when it happens, I always post a video about it. Also, you can get the Snow BMX also for free if you go to this location in the map, and this one has pretty good stats. So yeah, you can definitely still enjoy the BMX without buying the Career. Alright, now I'm gonna show you some useful settings that you can change when you're starting out. First, you can hide your HUD and make the game look cleaner. I have mine turned off the majority of the time, and when I want to do an event or something like that, I turn it back on. Another setting you can turn off is the ghost players. So these are the white marks that appear all over the map, and sometimes they can bother you. So I also have that turned off. Also, you can turn up your map navigation sensitivity so you can move the map way quicker. Lastly, I have this option turned off also, so when I'm in co-op with someone, this link doesn't appear and it looks cleaner this way. Now I'm gonna show you some ways of getting fast money and stars in the game. So the best way of getting money is to do sponsor contracts. They give you a lot of daily money and they also give you sick rewards. Another way you can get money is through the Ubisoft Connect challenges. So once in a while you can go here and collect some money you have earned without knowing by completing easy challenges. Now about getting stars. The fastest way if you're starting out is just to complete as many events as you can and also getting the side objectives. Another way is by playing the mass races that pop up every half hour or completing some weekly challenges. So you may have seen some Riders Republic clips where people change between sports really fast without pulling up the sports wheel. So I recently made a video about this, but yeah, the only way of making that fast switch is to edit the footage after you record it. So this way it looks like the sports wheel doesn't show up. The last thing I wanna talk about is if you should spend money in this game. In my opinion, when you start playing, there's a lot of content you can complete without spending a single dollar. The only thing that I would recommend you spending money on is the year pass. And again, this is completely optional. You can happily play the game for hundreds of hours without spending money. But yeah, the year pass is worth it because you basically get all the new sports that have been released in the first year and you can use them in free roam. And also you get the BMX Career with all the stuff I talked about earlier. Also the next year pass will be coming soon and I'm guessing it will include the hoverboard, which has been already released, and some things that haven't been revealed yet. And also the Skateboard Career that was just announced last week and it will come out around September. Alright, that's all the tips I have. I hope you have learned something, and if you just started playing, I just wanna say that you'll have a lot of fun with this game, and yeah, subscribe to the channel if you wanna see more Riders Republic content, and yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!